This is the Kawasaki Z650 RS, the latest from the Kawi Retro lineup. It uses the same parallel twin 650 engine that is in the Ninja and the Z650, which claims to produce around 67 horsepower. But it's the looks which will attract the buyers. The spoke-style cast wheels, the singular round LED headlight, analogue style clocks, and of course, the 70s influence. This is all the retro style you need, equipped with modern tech. If you want it in the metallic spark black, it will set you back $7,649. However, the stunning candy emerald green or the metallic moondust grey are £7,799. But let's see how she fared on the road.
Hi and welcome to our little slice of YouTube. We are D.S.R and today I am riding the Kawasaki Z650 RS. Matt and I have enjoyed a lovely ride down to D.S.R today. He's been reviewing the ZH2, so be sure to go and check that out. Now we're using the Kalimoto app to head back to Holeshot in Yeovil, where we got our bikes from. So a big shout out to Holeshot for letting us borrow these bikes for the day. I was really excited to get onto this bike because I think it looks fantastic. It is the perfect pairing of a retro style, but with the security that it's a new bike. First impressions, it is smooth, it is comfortable, but it's also got a bit of go to it. I've been on the bike for a few hours now, and I have to say there are very few things that I would say are bad about this bike. Overall, I've been really chuffed. As you'd expect, this bike doesn't come with a lot of tech. It's also got really simple controls and a really simple display. Starting off on the left hand side, you've got your lights, your full beam here, you've got your info button and that just scrolls through your trip. You've got your indicator, your horn, and your hazard lights. Moving over to the right, you've got your kill switch and you've got your start switch. Reaching over, if you can see over my phone, we've got the speedometer and the tachometer in kind of the retro dial style, and we've got a little LCD screen in the middle. It does give you your gear indicator, which I really like. You've got your fuel, you've got your miles, and you've also got the time. Another little thing that comes up onto the display is the eco sign, and it lets you know if you're riding in an economical way. As I said, this bike doesn't come with a lot of tech, but it does come with ABS and it does come with the assist and slipper clutch, which I'm a big fan of. I like being able to come to a junction or a set of lights and being able to pop down the gears and not worry that the back end's going to flick out. It's probably one of my biggest gripes I have with my MT-07 that it doesn't have one. In terms of being rider friendly, this bike ticks the boxes. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure what the weight of the bike is, but it feels very light. In terms of seat height, it's 820 millimeters, which was the same as my 390 Duke. And I'm 5'5". I'm not flat-footed, but because it's quite a narrow seat, I can easily put my feet down either side. If I put the weight onto one foot, I am flat-footed on that one. The seat is very comfortable. You're going to have no drama in taking this bike on longer journeys. As I said, I've been riding it for a few hours now. It hasn't even come into my head that I might be a little uncomfortable. It's the same for your actual seating position too. Your knees aren't too high up. The pegs are in a natural position for your legs too. I'm upright. Just in general, it's a very laid back, relaxed riding position. The suspension's a little tough, as you might expect from a middleweight bike, but I have to say the brakes are very sharp, and I'm really enjoying how light this clutch is. It's making gear changes really fluid. Just in general, the bike moves up and down gears very easily. You can pull away in every gear. And kind of the overwhelming feeling of this bike is that you are constantly pulling away. It feels, I know it's only a 650, but it feels like a pretty decent engine. It is a parallel twin engine, just like my MT-07, but I'm enjoying actually not having the same torque as the MT range, and actually having a much smoother transition, because I feel like I've got more in the mid and top end. It's just a smoother power delivery through the throttle, and I'm a fan. I will at one point be taking out the Z650 RS, and I'll be interested to see how that feels in comparison to the 650. Just as a tour guide note, really. As I said, we went down to D.S.R. It's £1 for motorcycles to park there all day. There are toilets, there are provisions to get ice creams, hot drinks, etc. Word of warning, with your gear on, I mean it's a bit steep coming back up. But I highly recommend then using a little bit of Kalimoto to get yourself back to wherever you're going, because these back roads are absolutely perfect. Especially now we've got a bit of sun as well. So the engine is smooth with its power delivery, the gear changes are fluid, it's comfortable, but I guess the star features of this bike is down to its looks. I love a bit of a retro look, and I'm a big fan of the single headlight. It's an LED headlight shaped in what's a classic cassette headlight. The bike's lovely and slim. You don't need like a TFD dash because there's not really anything to display. What I would say is I really love that they've included the LCD screen in the middle that gives you the gear indicator, in comparison to when I rode the classic 350 just a couple of weeks ago. So Matt and I have had a little switcheroo. I've jumped onto the ZH2, Matt jumped onto this, and he summed it up perfectly. He said, this is what you want when you go on a little Sunday ride, and it's true. This bike's easy to flick as you move along, but I have to say, in lower speeds, I've not found it so manoeuvrable. I feel like it's got a fairly, not wide turning circle, but it's a little stiff. This has been my ride and review of the Kawasaki Z650 RS. Thanks so much for watching. If you do like this video, it would be great if you could give us a thumbs up, and even better if you'd subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more to come, so stay tuned, and in the meantime, ride safe.